One of the items I love living here and on Margate is on the water is just going out of my canoe. So here's a little trip I took to go to Palm Aire and Pompano just to see the lock firsthand to see if there's ocean access or how to get here. Because one of my long-term goals is to take this canoe out to the intracoastal. So I just wanted to look into that. So I'm going to just share this trip with you. But it's just one of the uh, parts of living here in Margate and on the water that I really like. There's some ducks behind me. This is my back. It's the canal. I mean, in my backyard, and I try to get out here as often as I can to get some exercise and just enjoy nature and just that open air right there. So. Just so you know, was done after the trip, so I made it back home. Take care. So here I am on the canal, the C14 canal, and this is a beautiful view. This is me looking east towards 441 in the distance, or State Road 7, and I'm gonna turn around and look west. So it's about 10:30 in the morning, and it's beautiful, very open. I like this. Someone's doing their lawn, but we're right next to I think it's called the Cypress Trails. This runs all the way from Sawgrass, I think, all the way probably close to the beach, but that's for another video at some other time. But I just wanted to show you this view here out in the canal. It is beautiful, and this is one of the things I like doing in Margate, being in the water. Okay, so I made it to the bridge under 441 State Road 7 on the canal. Came pretty close from Rock Island, and the goal is to make it to Palm Aire, to the lock. So that's the goal for today. Let's see if I have enough energy to do it. I calculated it, and it was about 8.4 miles one way. It's probably gonna be the longest I've gone in the canoe, but ready to try it. So we gotta make it to the next bridge up ahead here, which would be the Lines Road, and then the Turnpike. So here we go. A little bit halfway between 441 and Lines Road. And this is what I like about being in the canal. Just this view right here. Open, pretty much quiet, but just beautiful views. Today's a beautiful day, December 23rd, and it's a little cool, but once you start pedaling, you work up a sweat. It feels nice, and just this open sky right here is awesome. So the goal is to make it to Palm Aire and see what's access there is by that lock firsthand while in the water. So here we go. So we made it to Lines Road Bridge, going across the water, and that is 441 in the distance, and Rock Island way behind it. And this is where we've come. I'm gonna get out over here, just over there, get out and take a quick survey, and then get back in and see if we could still make it to Palm Aire and Pompano, and then back home to Margate. So I'm able to step out and just look at the Lines Bridge right behind me here, and of course this is where I came from, all the way back there. But this is called the Cypress Creek Greenway, and I'll show you the map. It shows that it goes all the way from the Sawgrass Expressway all the way to to the ocean. So you guys know what's my next hi. You guys know it's my next journey is to do that whole thing on a bicycle. I'll show you the map pretty quickly here, but just wanted to take a look. Today is such a pretty day to be outside. The sky is just blue, clouds are at a distance, and I'll speak more about the Cypress Creek Greenway maybe in another video, but I'll show the map. Let me switch the screen to show the map. So the Cypress Creek Greenway, this is the chunk that runs between 441 and Lyons, and then I've taken it all the way down on a bicycle to the Sawgrass Expressway and back down. But I was looking at this map a few weeks ago, and if you can see the map, it shows that it runs all the way. There's a yellow line here that don't think I'm doing it justice, but it runs all the way from the Sawgrass Expressway through Tamarack, Cold Springs, Margate, Coconut Creek, Pompano, all the way to the ocean. And of course, on this part here, it's running right next to the C14 Canal. My destination today, oops, almost fell, is down at the bottom where it says Palm Aire Country Club. So I'm right at Fern Nature Center, and just have to go around the bend right there. So that's the Cypress Creek Greenway, and it's really cool because, except the only thing I don't like about it is that when you get to the streets, you gotta either go find a light or jaywalk, because there's no provision that's been made to keep going across. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But otherwise, it's a walkway and a bikeway, and there are no cars, and it's pretty safe. Very safe place to go and get some exercise if you live in the area. We'll talk more about this, and maybe one day I'll do that trip from start to finish and back again on a bicycle. Just realized that it goes all that distance here. Let's see if this takes it better. Yeah, so it goes all this distance here from Sawgrass all the way to the ocean. Just wanted to highlight that. It's in your backyard. Go out and enjoy. So I'm standing here next to the canoe. I'm about to get back in to continue the journey, looking towards 441. Here's something I'd like to share. So one of the things you'll notice when you go into these bridges, just something about being grateful and for our station in life, and thinking of those that are less fortunate, the people that are homeless, and being grateful and thankful to God for what we have. So one thing you'll notice when you go into these bridges is that there are people that will have whole mattresses, whole places living underneath here. I didn't highlight it where it was. I just highlighted here because in the Lyons, under the Lyons Bridge, there's some mechanism that's been put in place to keep that from happening. And what they do is they put these fence that keeps the place from makes it very hard to access underneath there. And just thought we'd share that. So it's kind of hard to walk around here and go underneath there. Hopefully I don't slip. There we go. And it's pretty much underneath here. Oop, a fish just jumped up and out of the water. Let me see if it does it again, because sometimes they do it multiple times. They'll jump up and out, up and out. Don't know why. There's something that just moved over there. Don't know what that is. And nope, it's not going to jump again. But I've seen where they do it 2 or 3 times in a row. Jump up and out of the water. So I guess that's it. That's all the show he was going to put on today. on our way. So this is Turnpike. No, this is south. On the other side is north. We're leaving lines behind us, and I just had the most amazing experience of going through a school of fish that was jumping out of the water. I thought I was gonna catch a fish today with no hook because it came so close to jumping into my canoe. It was amazing, but of course I couldn't get this out long enough. I think this is some sort of hawk going out right here. Yeah, but the fish were just jumping out like crazy out of the water. Probably 5 or 10 was jumping out. It was just amazing. And go this way. This is Atlantic overpass over the canal. If you go up this way, you'll go up to Coconut Creek. Still gonna go under the turnpike and under the pipe over there. Then I think you turn south, you go into Palm Aire. Let's go. In between southbound lane, ooh, I think a fish just jumped out. No more. Okay, northbound lane, turnpike. Standing up. Overpass here is Atlantic, and we're gonna continue. So I made it. Well, I mean, I made it to the turn. So over here will be the turn to go down towards Palm Aire. But I just kind of wanted to look back over this way. These are all the bridges, Turnpike, Lions, back this way, west. And the canal seems a little bit wider here. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Ugh, open, beautiful. This is what I like about being out here. Just this open expanse of space and experiencing nature like a fish trying to jump in your canoe. Gray, a heron. I saw gray heron fishing for birds. Oh, I caught it on camera. There's a fish that just jumped in the distance. I finally did caught it. I wish more would jump like what I went through a few minutes ago, where I was certain I was going to catch fish today, or at least fight it out of my canoe. So let's turn down south and see. Let's get to this lock. Look at this lock firsthand and see what's going on. And prepare for my ocean trip one of these days, from Margate to the ocean and back. That will be pretty cool. Let's continue. So this is the turn to go south into Palm Aire. Looking at the Palm Aire condos over here in the distance. And this continues here to this is running parallel to Atlantic Boulevard, of course. And let me put this back in my little pouch so it doesn't fall in. But going south here, I don't think my phone is doing this view justice. It looks good. Looks good. So we're looking at the lock in the distance. This is where I want to get to, and of course it doesn't. My hand is shaking now, and I've gone around the curve over here, and my canoe is floating towards the middle. Let me go back towards closer to the shore. That's my technique. My technique for being out here. I'm gonna stay close to the shore when I'm in unknown waters, as I am today. This is my first time out here, and it's pretty, really pretty. Palm Aire inside this area is really nice. When I get over there, I'll get on the shore, take a look at at the lock and see if I could portage, that's the word, portage, for carrying your canoe on dry ground across bodies of water. Well, across obstacles. So here I'm going to see if that is it. I think there's two locks. Studying Google Maps, there's two locks that are on your way for getting out to the ocean. So let's get to it. There was these fish putting like a acrobatic show for me here, and I keep missing them. I'm gonna try for a few seconds here. I mean, this fish must have jumped out of the water 20 times. Just caught one up here. Here's one. Oh, two. Okay, they're doing it. They're back to doing it again. Okay. See, I'm not lying. I mean, it's like they're jumping out of the water. They stop. But it was like, I'm like, the minute I go and grab my phone out of my pouch, they'll stop doing it. But it was just jumping. Here, okay, here we go. Yeah, keep it up. They'll get up in the air. Maybe they're running from something. There could be something chasing them. Because they get up in the air and they wiggle for a while. Oh, I wonder what's the thrill. Hey, I'm jumping out of the water. Anyways, they were doing that. I guess they're gonna stop now. But there's one in the distance. Probably cut that one, and I'm gonna put it away. And I'm telling you, they're gonna start putting on this show of just jumping out of the water. And this happens so many times out here, where they're just jumping out. Okay, I'm gonna put it away, but it may be back up if they start putting on a show again. So I made it. Here is my snack in here, and this is how the whole place looks. My canoe's down here, and this is where I've come from. And like I said, this place up in Palm Aire is really nice here. So I'm gonna look at the lock and see. So I could come up to this point, pull my canoe down, slide it on the other side of the lock, and I think we'll be good, because that's how I get around it. And that's how we do this if ever I want to go farther than this. But it's been on my mind to get to this point so far, so now that I know what it takes, and let's do a little bit of exploring at around the lock. And sides are a little steep, but I could pull the canoe up and maybe pull it up a little bit further out this way, where it's a little bit more not as steep. But the sides here are steep, unlike some other places. There's a pink flamingo floating here. So I think in the future I need to organize some waterway cleanup here in Margate and here. So let's go look at the lock by the shore here. I'm trying to see if I could creep up on it and show you its size. I think it's one of those lungfish. Looks almost like I don't know if you could see it. It already went away, but it was huge. It was so big. It's probably one of the invasive, not lungfish, I forget what they're called. Oh, I'll correct that. Snakehead. Here we go, we got it. The snakehead fish, and they get pretty big here. And this one was pretty big. I'll see if I caught any part of it. Ooh, that is steep. I think they had to build it this way because of the lock structure. Oop, fish jumping out of the water. Iguana swimming across the canal. Yep, I think they made it this steep on this side. Ah, there we go. Again, I caught him. Iguana swimming across. And what else? I would have to bring the canoe all the way over here, where it looks a little bit more approachable, and slide it into the water here. But it's one of those trips on my mind to do one day when I have a full day to do it. Okay, so I made it here. Yeah, it's easy to get into the water on this side. It is, yeah. Just slide it down, get in. Or if not, do it on the other side. The other side looks very doable. And I think from here you keep going down and there's another lock. But you could do the same thing too. So, I'm gonna sit down, munch on some snacks, and then it's time for the trek back home. So yes, there's no water access from Margate on the C14 canal because of this lock. If anybody knows any other way of accessing the water, I know you could go up north into Coconut Creek, but I'll have to explore that one of these days too. Look at the fish just sunning itself on the shore down here. Again, I think these are snakeheads. There's a lot in this water. So the big one I showed you, let's see if this one stays for me to get close to it. Okay. Is he dead? No, it's just there in the water. Oh, it's not dead. It went away. Okay. I hope you saw that. Let's go back up. Okay. See the sign saying probably no boating beyond this point. That's it. And but you could canoe. Okay. Yes, I could definitely do it. It's a long trek to pull the canoe, but one of these days I'll be filming going to the Atlantic, or at least the intracoastal, from Margate on the canoe. Whew, gotta build up some strength for that. Okay, and that's gotta be an all-day trip where I take rest in between. Anyone on a canoe in Margate who wants to join me, let me know. So I'm laying here eating my snack before I get ready for the trek home. And I just had to share the sky here. Laying here and looking up, not a single cloud in the sky. Beautiful Florida blue. I guess you could say winter sky. I like this. Blue sky. Going back down. The view next to the lock, laying in the grass. And Okay, just had to share this beautiful view. So I made it out here by the lock. You know what I have to do next time if I want to take that trip to the ocean? We'll see if that happens sometime in the future. But it's time for the long trek back home, back to Margate from here. But it was really a very, very beautiful day to be out here and to enjoy the water out here. Um, and so uh, getting ready for that trek. That's one thing about canoeing, you got to go back. So won't record much. It's just gonna be focused on getting back home and to conclude this. Okay, take care, enjoy.